I thought of another thing that I can do instead of even getting that done to buy a little relief. I can do one of those pump trucks. Trouble is, the pump truck, because of the yard, really hasn't been able to get over there to it. And even when I did, they said they couldn't do it because you have to. I did call somebody out. They went and looked at it. They said you have to use this other company. So it's not only, it's like a catch 22, danged if you do and danged if you don't.
Yeah.
So
Right.
every time I try anything, they're saying you can't do this, you got to do that. And it's I had about five things I wanted to get done when this vacation hit. You know how many I ended up getting done?
One.
Zero. No, I'm just
Good.
kidding.
I've I've got a little 20-inch, Ryobi lawnmower. Hey, squirrel, good to see you. I've got a 20-inch, 40 volt brushless, lawnmower, but it's only 20 inches, which is about like that. It's not big. And then I've got a brush cutter off of Ryobi. I've got, and um, I've been working on cut the brush and burning stuff and lawn mowing and
Oh, yeah.
use my pruners, and it's there's trees out there. The folks that own this house before me and Tammy got it, I think they sat around and thought, well, what kind of a invasive species can we put in here? So that's what they did. We've got Chinese privet, we've got Chinese I think it's popcorn trees, we've got mint, we've got those Cirsium hirigillum, which is the thorny like a thorny thing. Hey, Bibles and bananas.
So I did a share stream, if that's okay. I went ahead and pressed share
That's
stream to
fine.
get you some.
Yeah, that's fine. But we didn't, it's been, regardless of how much work I do out here, it all pops right back.
Right.
So, hey,
Well,
Buzz,
with me, I haven't been able to cut hay yet, and I've got grass up to my butt. And I gotta get the hay cut, and it's so wet, and I mean, right now you drive across the mule out there, and all you hear is squish, squish, squish,
Right.
stuff
like
ain't
driving across sponges.
Oh, I understand. Panchuco, good to see you.
Jan and Kevin was here today, and they visited for like 7 hours today,
Oh, cool.
and I showed them the farm and stuff and they said, man, it's really wet here, and I said, yeah, it's all this rain, it's got to stop.
Yeah. Well, the there may be some people on here that have noticed I'm not really spending a whole lot of time on YouTube these days. I am not stopping YouTube, but I'm putting a lot more focus on the other things right now. In
Right.
fact,
Well, let me ask you this, Gary. Did you see the short of Buttercup?
I have not yet.
Okay.
I've
Well,
been-
we named your cow. We named your cow Buttercup, and she's out there. We've done a couple of videos of her. Now,
That's
they make
awesome.
shorts, but they're out there.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching that and see. Owners planted every kind of flowering plant they could find here. Hey, I know the feeling, but let's see. But for me, I'm what y'all know how I am typically on here. I have a tendency to hit it full force and spend all my time. I do tend to be a bit obsessive compulsive. I focus pretty strong on one thing. At the moment, it needs to be work in my yard. And so,
Don't forget Tammy.
well, Tammy goes along with that regardless of what regardless of what my focus is at the moment. That just kind of goes Change is the only constant in life. I hear you. The atypical. The but I mean, I have actually at one point or another. I have considered stopping YouTube altogether. Um, Not that not real seriously, but the fact is that one thing, the longer you do this, the more you do it, the more you realize certain things, the more time it takes to do. And Lord knows I've got myself uh, spread out, especially since I was doing, and I didn't want to overwhelm one channel. So I actually went out and made, like 5 different channels. And so my focus was at that time was YouTube. And I've done it, a few years, 2 or 3 years. Well, maybe 4. I guess my first videos were from 2020, even though I've made those members only. But I'm going through, and I've considered it is a totally different job, and I've looked at just totally stopping it to focus on everything else. But my thing is, if I can do it and just spend time, a little bit of time on live streams, occasion, like a week, once a week, maybe twice, maybe throw up a short here and there. I'm okay with that. And it goes through and it allows me to still have a presence. Trouble is, I don't have the presence I once had. Of course, when you saw me in one chat room or another all the time, that's a completely different thing than what I've been doing now. Let's see. So I guess I forgot to get rid of the Colorado Pet Patrol and Lark Busters and let's see. It can be a desire or a demon. I agree with that. But for me,
it's a curse and a blessing.
it is. But for me, I guess
I came on here because I came in from checking cows, and I came on here to say hey to you because I wasn't here early enough to say hey to Devil Dog because I was out driving around trying to find all the babies we had out there, and I just wanted to find out if you had seen the short about the one you named because you were the first one of the names that had to go out there, so we named one out there, and that's why I just came in here to see that, and I haven't seen Devil Dog. I don't know if he went back and watched the live from Monday because I was wearing his shirt Monday and he didn't show up. And like last couple of Mondays, he's been there.
Yeah.
He didn't show up last Monday, and I of course every time I wear that shirt of his, he doesn't show up. So
that sounds about right. Well,
and I wear yours once in a while, but I don't expect you to show up because you're usually working.
Well, I do work a lot. In fact, the only way, and I know I don't want to bore people with this, but I have found. I mean, I've got about 10 years. Hey, Lisa, good to see you.
Lisa.
I've got about 10 years, totally uncalled for. Good to see you. Sam's. I don't want to bore people, but I've got about 10 years where I work, and that is actually enough for me to have some kind of a retirement, but it's not much. But 10 years versus the next 4, the past 10 years gave me something, besides a paycheck. It gave me some kind of a retirement. The following 4 is going to be even better.
I don't believe it. Did I just get down?
What?
I hear Devil Dog.
He's here.
Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Tommy is actually one of the biggest pred catchers. Just so everybody knows.
Okay.
A lot of respect to Tommy for that. He's one of the big ones. Him and Alex are probably the biggest pred catchers, along with a few others. So good to see you here, Tommy, and James, and everybody else. CPP, Colorado Pet Patrol.
Devil Dog.
I don't know where he went. He's not in the basement right now.
Dang it.
What's funny is the next 4 years can more than triple my retirement. I mean,
That's
is that crazy or what? I mean, 10 it can do. He's here in the chat, but is that crazy or what? 4 years does more than doubles what has happened in the last 10 years.
Right.
It's twice. It basically triples it, a little more than triple. That is very cool.
Do you mind if I drop Colorado Pet Patrol's link in your chat?
No.
Officer Blakely to Beltloop.
You're more than happy to, or you're more than welcome to.
Oh, yeah, I did.
That.
A while back. So,
Trying to figure out what.
Did you go back and watch Monday's live and see that I was wearing your shirt?
I have not watched anything on YouTube.
Got my bulldog.
Oh,
I wanted to see if he had seen that I was wearing his shirt.
well,
He always gives me a hard time because he comes on, I'm wearing your shirt, and he's like, "We never wear my shirt." When I wearing his shirt, he don't show up.
well, for me, I have a tendency to, I have a tendency to, if I start getting onto YouTube, I've got to continue, and I've got to go through and I feel like I have to go to everybody's channel and watch every video, and I can't do that. There's not enough hours in the day, so I've given myself. I mean, I honestly am very thankful for everybody that comes in here. They're wonderful people, but they shouldn't expect much out of me because I'm inept. I'm not very good at this, and I'm probably the worst YouTuber on YouTube. With that being said, well, with that being said, I'm on here, but I'm just here to have a little fun, and I'm not canceling my monetization, although I considered that at one point. No, it's not Chinese Communist Party. It's Chinese Privet. It's a very invasive. Thing that is in my yard. And
you're streaming. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I didn't realize you were streaming on YouTube at least as well. I wanted to drop your link in all the channels that are streaming for CPP, Colorado Pet Patrol. He does. He's caught in hundreds of child predators. Awesome. I just wanted to make sure that he gets his link dropped.
Now I do go through, and from time to time these days, in order to keep me to where I feel like I can do YouTube, I do come on from time to time, but I've gotten to where I'm basically staying away from YouTube.
Right.
I'm trying. It's a better part of valor, stolen valor either, Jeff. Andrea, just what do you can when you can, don't worry about it. I agree. And Devil Dog said he will BRB, but apparently he didn't leave because he put dang right after. So feeding off Jeff's clout. Definitely feeding off.
They're I have a lot of trolls. They're do their thing. There's probably not much I can do. I just ask mods to do their thing.
Yes, that's okay, man. I appreciate the clout that you have. Let's see.
Well, if anybody has clout in here, I would say it's Colorado Pet Patrol. He's had channels with over 200,000 subscribers. So, I mean, I'll give him the clout. He's got the clout.
Hey, here's the thing, Lark Busters. I don't care. Jeff is more than welcome to share anything that I'm on. I'm a friend with Jeff, and I'm trying to read them. I'm just not commenting on all of them, Devil Dog. I'm not good enough to. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed having you up here, so that you're good at that. I'm not. I try to read it, but I can't always comment and keep on the conversation.
He may not be there now. He said, "Be right back now."
Can't ruin. Hey, don't ruin Beltloop's panel. I appreciate that. Did you buy any banana bunch packs from Jeff's Asian friends? No. The fact is, I do have 5 channels, and every one of them
You're reading.
from
It's
Lark
a lot of
Busters.
trolling.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
he's funny, but he does troll and he larp. That's why he's called Larp Busters.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, I don't know if you want to read everything that's said. Just FYI.
Well, hey, if I will tell you this, Lark Busters, I've been doing this long enough to where I know what's necessary to get the numbers up and what have you, and I'm just not doing them. If I spent time, and this is a lesson for anybody that's curious about it, from basically anybody. If you want to go through and you want to have people in your chat, you spend other time in their live stream, and they will come to yours. I've seen that on here, and at this point, I guess I just don't care. Um, Dead serious. Uh, well, Jeff's is a friend of mine on a lot of these YouTube mysteries. Trying to get well, that's okay. I don't care if people watch my stuff. I, honest to goodness, do not care. Um, that's okay. Trolls are people too. Um, well,
No,
see, monetization just is for the weak. Okay. Well, I don't care about the money to begin with. My channel does bring in, I don't know, anywhere from $100 to $200 a month. But I use all my money that I get from my channel to help other people, or I go through and right now I'm using it to help help a to help the next meetup that we're going to have in Texas, Huffman, Texas. Anyhow, it is true that the chat's going so fast, and I'm sure most all this is coming from Jeff's channel because he's
Well,
and
some of
that's
it's coming from your YouTube release as well.
well, I'm appreciative either way, but hey, if it comes to, I mean, we've got 63 people in here, and I have no doubt that that's virtually almost all of it coming from your channel, and I'm okay with that.
You only got 22 on your side, Gary.
Well, I'm running 2 channels at the moment.
I got so many tabs open.
Hey, Tasmania ASMR, good to see you, Jones. Chat's going
I'm not
so
even
fast.
on my own channel right now, so I don't know how many is in my channel. To be honest, I'm trying to close some tabs out because my computer's running so slow. I got so many tabs open.
Is that Tasmanian AMSR? Is that Jonesy?
Oh, you mean Tasmania?
Yeah, is that Jones?
Radio
That's
Jonesy,
Jones.
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jonesy, long time no see, buddy.
Well, there's right now, Dragonfly Wings, we're live on 3 channels. We're live on YouTube Police. We're live on, which right now there's only 7 people on that one. There's 23 people on Beltloop 29, and I'm not sure what's on Jeff's at the moment because I appreciate that, Matt C. But we're live streaming on 3 channels, and currently there are 65 people broken down with the 3 different channels, 66. Which is
I wish YouTube/StreamYard would show all the comments in all the channels. You know how they only show it if you're up on StreamYard? I wish they would show it in all the channels. When we're doing a share stream, that way everybody can see what's going on in one place.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate that, Colorado Fred Patrol. The hey, Seven, good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Seven?
Let's see, Sarah's Musical Life, good to see you. And John Gotti, and man, there's a lot of chat, and there's no way I'll ever be able to keep up with. Not and keep up with the conversation on have 2 channels but not monetized. Not monetized, but don't care if Hey, I'm totally agreeing with you, Troy. That's Troy, by the way. Um, I have one
Troy,
monetized channel. I have one channel that's eligible for monetization, but I decided not to monetize it. I'm not that popular, MBL. There's a lot of awesome people that come here, but they're coming because of all the other awesome people that come here, and so I'm thankful for it.
hey, there's nobody here for me, that's for sure.
I don't know if I believe that either. I mean, a
Well,
lot of people.
I'm not co-streaming, so nobody knows I'm even on. So
Well, you're welcome to co-stream. I'm all right with.
I don't want to.
Well, you don't have to. Detective Richie, is that detective?
Peaceful Dead's the only one that I probably that really knows me.
Uh, well, I'm not down on myself. I'm just being realistic. Hey, Maritza, good to see you. Lady Sky, how you doing?
Oh, and Devil Dog knows me, that's for sure.
Strawberry pie. Although my mama's banana pudding is awesome.
Oh, I love banana pudding. It's good.
Well, I honestly don't look at it as putting myself down. I just look at
Hey,
it as
Mark.
being realistic. Brandon's girlfriend, apparently she met the late Jesse James and his fellow outlaws.
Thanks, kid. Thanks, Devil Dog. Thanks, Eddie. I appreciate it.
I don't really know anything about that. The only thing hey, Mark, good to see you. They did have something going on here today that I will mention. That's Jerry. You know who that is. It's Jerry Butler.
Messing around. Acting like he doesn't know me.
We had
Uh,
an officer that I know of today that his wife self-harmed herself in the head, and so they will be taking her off of. And my thoughts and prayers do go out to them.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, oh, sorry. I thought you were
That's
done.
okay.
I just wanted to let Matt see, I went ahead and re-rinsed him on my channel. If he could go over there, maybe help moderate a little bit. There's a few moderators there, and I appreciate that.
That Gucci berry on the bottom, I guess it could be, but it's Gucci Butler more likely.
No, Butler Blanc.
Intervention now. Jeff grow up. Jeff grow up. Bud grow up. I don't get that. Sorry.
It's the trolling.
Did you open your box from Panchuco? Eddie did. I didn't. I don't think I have a box. If I do, it's at the post office, and I haven't been by the post office in a couple of weeks. In fact, I know that I should, because I know that I'm supposed to be getting something from Rebecca, and blocked by Tom. Never thought I'd see the day. Well, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm lost.
Like I said, with all due respect, Lieutenant, just there's some comments you probably just don't want to read. They're just
That's okay.
You
I'm
won't
just trying
understand.
Yeah, I'm trying. What's up, Rob? I do try to follow the chat and the conversation at the same time, but I have a hard enough time if I'm just listening to the conversation, following it. But
Right.
you or Tammy need to get the post office. We do. But Des, you have to understand that the demands on, hey, Devil Dog Prepper, good to see you. The demands on me right now are mostly in my yard and my house. Let's see. Jeff, I would like to have a civil conversation with you. Guy Montag. I'm afraid I don't know.
I can do that annoyed. I can do that at some point. We'll plan a stream. Right now, we're just having a share stream. We're not trying to have a civil share stream, so we can plan that at some point. So,
Andrea Lynn, you should be a little bit more. Well, I don't know what's civil. maybe.
She's been timed out or banned or whatever. So
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, he is. He really does. I mean, that's Jerry. In fact, let me show you what Jerry. I got some stuff here Jerry made. Jerry has made. He has some woodworking equipment. I'm gonna bigify myself for a minute. These are Butler Blancs. One's a pen, one's a pencil. These are made out of buffalo horn, and
nice.
yeah, they are awesome. And I have the originals. So even though let's see, I also have a one that's Coco Bolo in here. I think I've got it in here as well. Here it is. This is my
What'd you call it? Coco Bolo?
Coco Bolo wood. A pen made out of Coco Bolo.
Better.
Nice.
Mine is better than Eddie's. I don't know why he did. He's in the basement. I don't know why he hadn't bothered. Oh, let me bigify myself again. This is a Coco Bolo pen.
Mine are better. Mine are better than Gary's.
Mine are better than yours, but that's okay. We have a little bit of a competition going on there between the two of them. And why do you keep bigifying yourself?
Because I'm trying to show them that mine are better.
Okay, well, bring them up. We'll look at them. I think yours are awesome, but personally, I think mine are better.
No, mine are better than yours.
Okay, whatever you want to believe.
Okay, this is the Butler Blanc made out of deer horn, deer
They look
antler.
pretty.
And look at
Not
the white
bad
and the black. The black makes it pop out. Okay.
That's not bad for the second one he did.
No. And then this is my Stars and Stripes, red, white, and blue that he did.
Yeah. You see what NBL said?
He must be talking to you, Gary.
Oh,
And then I have these, and these have a it's got an certificate of authenticity on it, and they're made to look like barrels because they're made out of, and it's a pen and pencil set, and it was gifted to me by Homestead in the Wood with D. And see, you can smell these and smell the alcohol. Gary can't do that. Smell that bullhorn, Gary.
hey, I got enough alcohol over here right now.
See if you smell the bull's butt, Gary.
Okay. I tell you what,
Devil dog the horn. You smell the head.
I got plenty of alcohol right here.
Hey,
Well, I'm on the wagon, so I can't drink. So
well, I know, and I appreciate that. And I don't drink a lot. In fact, I've done all the drinking I'm going to do. Oh, I'm sorry that you've been banned in Jeff.
hey, Eddie,
What?
see this dog? 127 pounds. She makes
127 pounds. That's bigger than my pit bull.
She makes 10 of your dogs.
Somewhere around here, hey.
But my dog would try to attack her there, Jerry.
Huh?
And Jules, my dog would try to attack her, and Jules is probably so sweet and nice, she wouldn't even do anything.
No, she probably wouldn't. She just put her paw on it and stop him.
Well, one of the reasons why I have so much liquor around here, and I've got a lot. I don't do a lot of drinking, but I do have a lot of liquor, and I'm waiting for the what is it? Stuff hits the fan, the apocalypse, so I can trade and barter some.
That's called Marines.
That's called Marines.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're right. I need to stock up on some crayon. That way, when I go down and visit, visit Eddie, I can bring him something that's meaningful.
Speaking of Marine, we have Devil Dog in the house, and we have Javi on my channel. I think Javi, correct me if I'm wrong, are you retired Marine or Army? I forgot. You have to forgive me on that one. But Devil Dog is Marine.
Hey, well, that's okay. I say that kind of in jest. I don't know if I do have. I am live streaming right now on 2 channels. It's the YouTube Police and Beltloop 29.
I don't know why you doing that.
Hey, now
Just trying to confuse everybody.
I am not. Myself and Jeff are not military veterans, although Jerry and Devil Dog are. Jerry was in the Navy, isn't that right?
Correct.
That's correct.
Eddie was in the Marine Corps. By the way, if you want, you can type USMC and it will USMC and it will.
I'm not active duty. I EAS'd in November of 1993. I'm an old man now.
Now the USMC, Navy, USAF, or Army, or USA, that only works in my country. It doesn't work on jets. So I mean you're welcome to try it in jets, but it ain't gonna work. Hey Missy, how you doing?
Block that dude.
Well, did you block him from
He's on
your
another
own?
channel? Yeah, he's probably on another channel now. No, I blocked him from your channel, dude.
Okay. Well, I don't. It's all.
You may
good.
be on YouTube Police channel. Let me go check.
Yeah, Missy is good people. Just so everybody knows, there's a few trolls that are in here on YouTube Police. I see. I dropped your link.
I'm going to YouTube Police now.
Yeah,
Well,
Guy Montague.
I'm a mod over there too.
Yeah, I'm a management mod there too.
That's why I don't know why you're doing. You know how hard it is for me to mod on several different channels there, Gary?
Eddie, you don't have to worry about any of that. I don't care if you go through and let's see. Now
in fact, Gary, if you don't mind, if you want a good moderator in your YouTube Police channel or Beltloop, Missy is the right person to mod.
All right. Well, I'll have to see if I can find Missy on whichever channel she's on, and I'll be glad to make her a mod.
She's on YouTube Police. She's got the green avatar. She's one of my.
I found her.
She's good people. Colorado Pet Patrol as well, of course.
Hey, Guy Montague.
Okay, who else needs blocked?
Here's the thing. At this point, I don't want anything on here that is going to hurt other people or to be disrespectful.
There you go. Hold on. Somebody just typed something. Give me this. Right here.
Yeah, Colorado Pet Patrol is also one that you might want to take care of things.
I get by with a little help from my friends.
Hey, Rachel.
And there's a lot of wonderful folks that come in here, and I'm very thankful for every one of them. I'll be honest with you, Jeff, I wasn't expecting this many people to pop in.
Well, when I did the panel show last night, there wasn't a lot of people, but
yeah,
live going on right now. So we got Dave in the house.
Well, there's a lot of awesome people in here. Hey, Mom of 4 boys, Rachel, tell Tommy I said sup. And we're just,
You see what's up?
We've got, I guess we're live streaming on 3 channels right now. A lot of wonderful folks in here. And by the way, you can type a USMC, Navy, USAF, Army, or USA, and it will drop your link in chat. There's a lot of folks.
Or 29.
Or 29, or DD. Wait a minute.
Let's Great Dane on the bed. Go get it. Go get that Great Dane on the bed. Hey, go get that Great Dane on the bed. Go attack it. Get it. Get it.
Tell them to go attack him.
Get that Great Dane.
that is the mother of my 3 of my dogs, right there.
That's Nikki's siblings, or is it siblings or pups?
That is Nikki's mother.
This is Gracie. This is Nikki's mother, and
okay.
Rosemary and Rosemary and AJ's mother.
What are you doing?
And that is Gracie's. Gracie's an interesting dog. She gets, you know, she
Gracie,
loves.
get the cat.
And
Kitty.
let's see. I guess I could throw another.
Where's the squirrel? It's squirrel.
Gracie.
Where's the squirrel?
Now that
So go get squirrel.
18 or 29 works in, or you can go BFF too.
And she won't even look.
She's looking for the squirrel.
Squirrel.
There's a window right there. I said it. She'll run. If I wasn't holding her, she'd run and look out the window and try. Actually, there's a squirrel that goes on the front porch and eats out the bird seed thing, and she goes nuts when she sees that. If you let her out, she'll run and chase it. She's a hunter. She's killed lizards and frogs, and she's gotten stung by several wasps. She's scared the black lab boxer mix across the street that's like 10 times her size. Layla will not come over here if Gracie's out on the porch because Gracie tries to attack her. This dog's nuts. She nuts.
Your dog, your dog would kill my dog. You know what? You know how? He gets stuck in my dog's throat and choke her.
Funny, Jerry. Yeah, it was me, Double Dog Prepper.
Yeah.
She loves chasing stuff. Wait, one of yours likes hunting too, don't it, Gary?
Oh yeah, Nikki will run down. You know, thankfully she hadn't gotten stung by a bee or anything yet, or wasp.
Is she allergic or what? As a dog, I mean, I didn't know dogs can be allergic to bees or wasps.
Yeah, she's gotten stung on her face before when she snapped them on her lip and on her eye. Okay.
All right. I should also mention this that Gary and Devil Dog are former military. Jeff is former corrections. I am a law enforcement officer. And that's okay. You know,
look at Gracie up there. Look at Gracie.
Look, get that dog.
You want to eat Gracie?
Okay, not me. See a dog? Snap at me. See a dog? Get that dog. She's trying to get it. Look. hey, look. Hey, Gracie, get that dog. Get it. Look right here. Look,
I love the military. The fact is,
Crazy.
I tried to join. My parents met in the Army. My brother served. I've had uncles, several uncles that served. You know, we're pro-military. We're pro. You know, and we're pro-America. You know, I know there's a lot of people that only see faults, but you know, I'm thankful, and I think America's the best thing going. That's just my experience, my perspective.
Gracie, look, want to fight? Fight! Ow! Fight! Come on, fight! No, fight! Ow! Fight me! Come on, fight!
She's not a fighter.
Sick balls, sick balls.
Do you see Gracie? Do you see Gracie hitting me with her paw?
I did.
Fight! Come on, fight!
You know, we don't want to get in trouble for having dog fights on here or anything.
Right.
What are you doing?
What treat?
Hey, Carnegie.
Hey, Carnegie.
Diesel.
Good to see you, brother. I work with Carnegie. You know, yesterday we had Hawthorne in here.
Oh, really?
And today we got Carnegie. So
Carnegie, when you coming to see me, bro? Okay.
Beltloop 29.
Your dog.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Batman, that's for sure.
Hang on. Let's see. Say, how does that dog feel about stolen valor? The dog hates stolen valor, but I'll let him say it. Devil Dog, you want to address it? Hey, Terry. Yeah.
Go to my channel and hold on. I'll show you here in a second.
They're talking about me when I said I served my when I was drinking at the time. I remember that Beltloop.
I do, and let me address that. Long, you know, there are perspectives out there that believes that working in law enforcement or corrections, uh, or several other things, is well, sir, is serving your country. But the traditional view of serving your country is really the military is typically looked at as military, and we do have two veterans on the panel here today. No, the dogs don't hate Jeff. The see the but we do. The fact is, I look at it this way. A lot of I don't do a lot of because don't know what crazy people with cameras are. I'll rewatch what's played, but man, I get it. Let me just say this: that I'm not on here to tell people, to evangelize or talk about religious things.
Hold on, Gary. Hold on.
All right.
Gracie Hill. Hold on. You want another treat? Here. Listen to this. If somebody says there's a ton of ways to serve your country or your city or your community or whatever, okay? I mean, police, firefighters, which I was a volunteer firefighter also for 2 years. He was a volunteer firefighter. Jerry was. But the thing is if you do not think firefighters and paramedics and police and everything are serving their community or whatever else, and sometimes they even serve their country. Whenever 9/11 happened in New York, how many firefighters from different states and everything else went to New York, okay, during 9/11? Okay, that's not serving their community, that's serving their country, So that's fine if somebody says they serve their community, their country, their whatever. Okay, but the thing is, if you're not in the military and have never been in the military and you claim to have been in the military, that's stolen valor. And I don't put up with that. And if you can go into my live streams and look way back about a year and a half ago or something, and there's a big red thing that said you crossed the line, and that was a guy that said that he was in the Marine Corps, which I know for a fact he wasn't, and I went off on him. Shut up.
By the way, LARP Busters, if you want to send me some supplements, that's fine. You'll have to send them to my P.O. box. It's on my About page. For me to ease me through puberty, even though I'm just about retirement age, that's okay with me. Yeah, I ain't objecting. And by the way, let's see, you got blocked, Tommy. Dude, this makes me sad. I never thought I'd see the day. Well, I'm not blocking anybody. So, but Madwood Terry says if you put your life on the line, my safety and freedom, you are serving our country. Let's see, community leagues. Jeff has lice in his hair. I doubt it. You're the right guy to claim that he serves worked at a jail, maybe. Well, yeah, I mean, and the fact is, Jeff was drinking at that point, and the thing is, he can't distance himself from him because too many people just keep harping on that.
It's been quite a while. It's stuff they LARP on that's been like 2 years old. I
know, and I was there in that live stream when you said it. Right. And I know he's tried to distance himself from that because his perspective was a little different. Let's see, chat about other stuff. Use your chat. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am confused. I stay confused, and that's all right. It's probably the reason why I get along with Eddie so much because Eddie's always kind of a pain in the butt, but
he confuses the crap out of me.
Well, that's
He'll
true.
be talking about something and then interrupt himself and talk about something else without finishing the first thing he was talking about.
Well,
That's spoiledness.
I'm scatterbrained. I jump from subject to subject, and I can't help it. I'm a piss poor YouTuber, and y'all shouldn't be watching me. That's all I'm saying.
What?
I
You know
heard her
what?
say what?
Totally uncalled for. This is not your live stream, buddy.
That's
Put the dog
okay.
on the screen if I want to put the dog on the dang screen.
He's just joking. I know that every community is different, and unfortunately, there's immature people in some communities. There's not in others, but he's just joking around. He's just flirting.
Well, we are all old. I think the youngest person in here may be Jeff. Although Eddie's pretty young too. We're old folks.
Oh, Jerry's ancient. He's older than Methuselah.
Well,
He's prehistoric. That's my son-in-law would say. He calls me prehistoric.
Yeah, I saw dinosaurs extinct.
I'm only 6 months younger than him.
come wave at them. They'll know I'm not just talking to myself.
Yay!
I'm only 6 months younger than him, so y'all quit it with the old.
6 months younger than who?
Gary.
Oh, you guys are babies to next to me.
Because you had, you were doing the battery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is the battery still on?
Ew! Lick my ear.
I don't know. I'm lost. Jeff?
Welcome to the panel X. I guess you could say X bread catching community that turned into a panel drama community.
Well, I've had a few drinks, or one anyhow, and I'm not much of a drinker, so.
I have to not drink, and everybody here knows that. That's where they get most of their jokes from. Because when I was drinking, I said and done some stupid things, and I'm sure glad that Nikki and Al and I we reconciled our differences. It took a while. It took several months, but we are in good terms again, and we are good. Because I did do some stupid stuff, and people will continue to rag on me forever for that, I'm sure, which is fine. So I and a lot of the trolling and the LARPing and the joking, whatever you want to call it, but a lot of people that are not used to it don't understand it. You know what I mean? And so I'll just say that.
Is this web? Ralph ain't here at the moment that I know of. I mean, he was here earlier, I think. But see, as far as blaming the drinking, you said on your last live. Well, I think it's best for some folks not to drink.
Especially me. Especially me.
Hey, wake up, Jerry.
Welcome back, Jerry. That's totally uncalled for.
Yeah,
No, I'm just listening.
he's not a bad dude. I mean, we've had our differences. He's posted some things and whatnot. I probably posted a thing or two, but for the most part, he's not bad people. He just likes to troll and have a good time and joke around and LARP, or whatever word you want to put in there. It's just comedy for the most part, and it took me a while to get that, so yeah, I wouldn't take everything real seriously, to be honest with you. And some things you do see on StreamYard, I've deleted from the actual chat, so it still shows up on StreamYard. So
well, hey, I don't have any kids, so I don't know if she's referring to me or not. Hey, I used to moonwalk back in the day.
Lynn, okay.
Yeah, now he just tries to twerk.
Yeah, I just
I still got that short I got to put out. That was from last
No,
year.
Lynn, he's fixing to end his vacation. He has to go back to work tomorrow. That's what it's about. Gary, you and your freaking titles. Lynn said, "Are you leaving YouTube?"
no, I'm not leaving YouTube. I'm just my vacation is ending, and so I got to go back to work. In fact, I'll probably work a double tomorrow, so which means I'll be working 16 hours tomorrow. No, I'm not going to twerk for you right now, Carnegie. I got a video out there of me twerking. If you want,
will you give Carnegie a hug tomorrow?
No, that's not going to happen. Devil Dog, good to see you. Devil Dog 2856 was gifted a membership the other day, and thank you.
Devil Dog 2856. What's up, brother?
Thing, Tommy.
Actually, sorry.
Nobody should have banned for saying hello. We tried to be very, I guess, liberal. I have more catches.
Liberal? I don't try to be liberal. Who are you talking to?
No, I try to be liberal in the folks that come in and
The
chat.
chat. In the chat. Not politician.
Hey, Susan.
Political wise.
Let's see.
Do you have any? I know that being a police officer, I know that you mostly work at a certain facility. I'm not going to dox that unless you want to say that. But I'm just simply saying, would you have any?
I work at a mental institution.
Right.
I'm not saying which one. I am a lieutenant with the police department at a mental institution. And
do you have any advice for the few pred catchers that are here, mainly CPP, on how they as pred catchers, if you will, and maybe you don't have advice because you did most of your work at a mental institution as a police officer, but on how they.
I really don't, Jeff. I don't. I mean, I'm not sure about. Yeah, I'm working in a mental institution. Most of what I do is working with patients, making sure that staff and patients stay safe. And
Kim, they got 3 live streams or 3. They're streaming to 3 different platforms: Beltloop 29, YouTube Police, and Jeff's, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and so if you're in one chat, you can't see what.
Hold on, I gotta go on mute real quick.
But it comes up on StreamYard, and then they highlight it. So they're in another chat.
Yeah. I mean, we're on YouTube Police, Beltloop 29, and Southwest Jeff CPNI. Follow like you, Tommy. I don't know where some people. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't. Well, what's the best way to put this? I'm here to have fun. I don't care. As long as I try to make sure that I'm respectful and the chat is respectful to one another. The chat over on Jeff's channel typically is a whole lot different than the chat on mine. But I believe in treating other people with respect, and that's just the way I do things. I don't always see eye to eye with some of the younger generations, and I tend to look at myself as more of independent, or I'm having a brain fart, can't think of the word, but I try to live up to the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So, what's my opinion on mothballs? I think they're helpful to getting rid of some things. Best I can give you on that.
That's one of your. I did get a phone call, if I may say, just if I could have just 1 minute or so, just to clear up a few things. I do have a managing mod coming into my chat to take care of some things, and that is one of your troll accounts, I believe, Beltloop in our community. Now you have a couple troll accounts. One is Officer Beltloop, and then the other one is something about mothballs. But it's for the most part, just understand it's all to them. It's all in good fun. They're just trying to joke, LARP, however you want to, whatever words you want to put in there,
That's
troll. It's not all serious. It's just them having fun.
I understand.
But I do have a Marine that actually just called me, and he's one of my managing mods, and he's coming in to help out a little bit in my chat. So, as far as your YouTube police channel, I'm in all 3 channels. Again, I would request that I know that you respect my decisions and whatnot. Missy would be a good moderator in your YouTube police channel,
Okay.
and Matt C, of course, is already a mod in your Beltloop. He would also be a great mod in your YouTube police channel as well, and of course CTV. But I just want to throw that in there. That's up to you, of course.
All right. Well, it's running a little bit faster than I can keep up with, and that's okay. I'm thankful we do have a lot of mods, a lot of good people that kind of keep track of this, because there's a whole lot more comments than I can keep up with.
I only have 53 people on my channel, so it's not like it usually is, so it's not too bad, but it does add to the numbers of all 3 channels, put together. So that makes it kind of a little bit more, lively, I guess. There's Ben. Hey, Ben, good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. He got to meet Arlie Emery from Full Metal Jacket, the drill sergeant from the movie Full Metal Jacket. And
yeah,
I've done 2 interviews with Ben, and they're on my channel, and the pictures are on there with him when he was in the Marines. And by the way, Ben, the guy in your top right, who is Devil Dog, my YouTube co-admin and my StreamYard co-admin / editor, he is also a former Marine. And then the top left is a naval military. Are you still in the military, Jerry? I'm sorry. I don't know if you're retired or still in the Navy. Or
No. I'm out. I've been out since 1980.
Oh wow,
I'm
1980.
an old man.
I was gonna. You don't look that old, but
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm 67.
How's it going, Matt?
Hey, how's it going? I just want to apologize to you that you're getting all these kinds of comments and getting confused. I just want to apologize. I know I'm not doing anything, but I just want to apologize to you, man, because I know your panels are like super calm, laid back, kind of informative and knowledgeable, educational almost.
That's right.
So I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all
hey,
good.
Matt, good to see you, Matt.
We've got, it changes from time to time, but we do try to be informative, and we do try to, help other folks. Tonight we've got 82 people in the chat. Now that's between the 3 channels, and it's a little hard for me to keep up with, but I'm trying. But it's okay. I'm not used to having this many people here. And of course, I know a lot of it's over at Jeff's, but I'm appreciative for everybody, regardless of. It's the Ben says Jeff send link to Ben. So,
okay, I will do that. He's good people. He's a Marine.
Okay, excellent.
And he's the one that I talked about that I interviewed. He got to meet Arlie Emery. I can't pronounce that correctly, Arlie. But he's good people. I will give him the link. He's a good dude. I think him and Devil Dog will get along great too.
Oh, no doubt. Marines. Hey, La Puffy Gillian. Good to see you. Gillian. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it.
Crayon ears go
on. Well, we're just having we're having a live stream and trying to keep track, and I just can't do it. That's okay though.
Now you know what I go through. It's hard to keep up sometimes, it really is.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that, Carney. I like working with Carney. He's good people. But the fact is that here on this channel, we try to help and be supportive and positive. I think that you can decide on a daily basis
Stop it.
to be in a bad mood or good mood. And I found that watching that political stuff puts me in a bad mood, so I just don't watch it anymore.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I've turned off Facebook. I've got about 4,500 quote unquote friends on there, but you know, I don't go on there anymore because all it does is feed me stuff. And hey, if anybody's intoxicated, it's probably me right now. I've had a nice large drink of, well, it was Malibu and pineapple.
Pineapple.
I like it. It tastes good. And let's see. And everybody's talking about Tommy. I don't know who Tommy is off the top of my head.
That's Colorado Pet Patrol. He's one of the biggest catchers. Him and Alex are probably the biggest catchers, I would assume. Pet catchers. So.
I'm not giving Carnegie a hug, Batman. I mean, Devil Dog. Build the wall. There's two different sides to that. I see both of them. But the funny, you know, if you ask me though, the funniest thing about that whole wall issue is that if you look back a couple of years ago, you know, Obama was considered the exporter in chief or whatever, deporter in chief. He deported, but it's all a question of time.
Right, because he's the one that actually came up with the idea first, and then Trump, I think, went ahead and enforced that. You know.
Well, hey, Deus Vault, good to see you, brother. The truth is, you know, it's almost like there's a couple of things that people have used to beat one another about the head with, and one is politics, and the other is religion. I don't tend to discuss either one on here, just because. All right, that's Ben, right?
Yes, he's good. He's a Marine, ex-Marine. Yes. Hey, Ben. Oh,
Ben, is that you?
Just give him a few minutes. He's, I think he's got an iPhone. It kind of takes a little bit when he comes up on my streams. Ben, if you're there, make sure you got your mic and your.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Hello, Ben. Good to see you.
Well, to be honest, I'm on the.
You're cutting out, buddy.
I'm on the laptop. We have a terrible echo.
I'm not hearing it myself, but
you're cutting out a little bit, but I don't hear an echo. Oh, it'll probably be back up in a bit.
By the way, before anybody bans anybody, I would check and see if they have their own channel, their own stuff. I typically verify when I see somebody come up. And, you know, before I ban anybody, typically I look to see if they create content. Because usually, you know, if you have somebody who's creating content, they're usually here just to try and, you know, network. A lot of times, though, if you have people that don't have anything on there, you know, they're just looking to create havoc. And so,
we have Kenny Payne back. He was here last night. Hello, Kenny Payne. Good to see you.
Well, don't be triggered if you can help it. And y'all don't talk about other people, you know, other people's kids and what have you. If you got a comment to make about somebody, you know, make it on here. Let me go back to the USMC. There we go. If we have anybody we support the military. My parents were in the Army when they met. And so, but I didn't say you attacked anybody. I'm just trying to do your thing. Hey, that's what we all should do. But I'm not sure who. I don't know any of the information. That's not on my channel. Don't even have membership to Beltloop 29. Well, that's okay. You don't have to. We do have memberships that are available, and all the proceeds from that will go to the next meetup we have down in Huffman, Texas. So don't feel like you have to join in order to. All right, Ben is back. Hey, Ben.
Oh boy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey there, Ben. You're having
Oh, is it working now?
there
Yeah.
we go.
Seems like it.
Hey, sorry about that. I had a duplicate window going on earlier. I don't know. It was all kind of cross-moginations. It was a terrible situation. However, it's in the past.
Good to see you, Jose. See mod meeting, hold all accountable for this blunder. Well, I will tell you this, that mistakes do happen on here, and I don't know anybody that's perfect. But, you know, even then you also have, y'all ever heard of shadow banning?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that happens from time to time. In fact, somebody that's a member of my channel right now, on my Beltloop 29 channel, at one point came into chat and they were trying to talk, but nothing was being seen.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
So we went and checked, and he was not. Devil Dog checked, and I checked, and throw low blows, thinking he'd be attacked. Maybe his numbers.
Is that Tommy?
Yeah, that's Tommy. Yes.
Good.
Anyhow, Sam's said hello, Ben, and EJ. I don't know.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't like Tommy, and I've even probably thrown some shade here and there or whatever. I don't know, but I don't even know the guy, so I really have no ill will. But Tommy lives very close to my little brother, who happens to have 5 kids, and only 2 of them are out of the house, so he still has 3 that are in school or whatever. So I appreciate Tommy out there looking out for my brother's area.
Amen.
Good.
Amen to that.
Well,
even though whatever, I don't know, I could have a conversation with Tommy, but whatever, I could ask a couple questions, but you know, whatever, we'll let it go. I didn't come here for that. But he's definitely confronting some sickens around that area, and that just means that my brother's kids are safer. So you know, you know, a lot of people like to talk trash, but you know, would you like Tommy living in your neighborhood? Yeah, you probably would.
He's out there getting those pedos off the streets,
Hell
just
yeah,
like
he is.
Alex and Musa, and you know, the list goes on. You know.
Yeah, and they all got their own issues and problems and whatever kind of things. Everybody wants to judge everybody that doesn't do it. You know what I mean?
Well, on this channel right now, what we try to do is try to be harmonious, or at least to be kind to one another. What's up, Numis Maniac? I would ask that people treat other people with respect. If you can't do that, don't come here. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about whether or not I make the YouTube Hall of Fame or anything like that. Not that that's a thing. I don't care. What I do care about is that you treat other people as you'd like to be treated.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Are we on the Jeff channel or are we on the Beltloop channel? Which are we on here?
Well, Jeff is co-streaming with me off of my channel.
Okay, very good. See, and Beltloop, I've heard Beltloop mentioned before, but I didn't know really who it was. I've known Jeff for a bit, but I didn't really know who. And I saw Jeff mention Beltloop, and I was like, well, that I don't know what he's talking about. Whatever. So, but I don't come around that often. I really don't.
Hey Ben, if I could, with Beltloop Officer Beltloop's permission, do you still have those pictures with you and Lee? Is it Ermi or Emery? You have to forgive me.
Ermi, but yeah, I have several of them. I think you probably have them, but you know, I do as well.
Yeah, I can't show him because I'm not on my StreamYard. I'm on his channel. But if I don't know if he had available.
I don't think I have the options on my permissions right here on this StreamYard to where I can share it. I don't think I can. But yeah.
I will tell you this, that I don't even think I'm built for a big channel. I'm not good enough to follow the chat and the conversation typically. And it's okay. For me, this is just a hobby. This now, granted, on Beltloop 29 is monetized, and I do, and any penny that the channel brings in is going to help pay for the meetup that we're going to have over in Huffman, Texas, on April the 11th, 12th, and 13th next year.
In Texas?
Yeah, in Texas.
Oh, I won't go. Sorry.
Well, that's okay. I mean, not probably very few people will go, and that's okay.
Why won't you go, Marine?
Well, it's nothing personal, but I'm boycotting Texas because I think it's the worst state in the country, actually.
Why do you think that?
Well, because I lived there, and it was the absolute. I've never lived in a more crime-ridden cesspool than Texas, actually.
What part of Texas?
Well, I lived in Houston.
Well, that's why I live in Houston too. Actually, I live right outside of Houston, Marine.
It's a terrible. I have a lot of Marine Corps friends actually from Houston. In fact, I moved to Houston. And I was like, oh man, like 5 of my buddies live in this town, and
Man,
you know how many times I saw them? Almost never.
What was? Yeah, I got a buddy that I was in the Marine Corps with that lives on the west side of Houston. I hardly ever see him. What was your MOS in the Marine Corps?
Well, technically, according to my DD 214, I was a 3043 Supply Administration Operations Clerk. However, in reality, I went to that school in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And
Hold on 1 second.
Everybody out on YouTube, please.
Jamie just timed everybody out on YouTube, please, Gary. Every single person she timed out just about, except maybe Skipper and a couple of them, but
okay.
Well, thank the Lord Jesus, I'm not looking at chat right now.
Anyways,
no, I was just saying, yeah, my buddies. Well, so anyway, yeah, I was with a unit called First Force Recon Company, and I was basically the purchasing agent / accountant / supply guy, whatever. My
S4.
No, I was actually I was 3043, so I worked in supply. Supply is a little bit different than S4. However,
S4 is like billeting and stuff like that. Supply and
it's logistics, it's transportation, all kinds of things. We were involved with that, but we had our own officer. Actually, my officer, when I was new in the Marine Corps, was a butter bar lieutenant who was a Mustang. Actually, he was a former enlisted Marine Corps infantry guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to school. He actually used to carry all his books out in the field with him, in addition to all of his other gear. This was back in the 90s, In the 90s, it wasn't like online school. No, he carried books out in the field with him and studied whatever. Got his degree, and then he became an officer. And they're like, he was infantry, and they're like, oh, we're gonna make you a supply officer. He's like, God damn you, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, but he survived it, and now he's actually a full bird colonel now in the Marine Corps.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's not very many of those. For anybody that knows, there's not very many actual colonels, and there's even less generals. But he achieved that, and it's funny. He wrote a book. He was a guy. I don't know about sexual abuse, schmexual. I'm sorry, we're on YouTube. I don't know about that, but he definitely was abused as a kid. In fact, he wrote a book called A Boy Called It. And he actually ran away from home at like 13 or 14 years old and lived in a cardboard box or a dumpster behind a 7-Eleven for like a year until he got adopted or whatever. And then ended up joining the Marine Corps, and now he's a colonel in the Marine Corps. But he lived in a cardboard box behind 7-Eleven. So, that's kind of a motivational story about, like just because you had something happen doesn't mean that you can't do something with your life.
That's true.
Well, I had one of our guys, Major J. He was a Mustang. He was previously enlisted, best officer I ever, had and stuff. But I was 6153. Hydraulic pneumatics on 53 Echoes.
Well, I mean,
and I'm from
6153. Say it again.
6153. Hydraulics pneumatics on 53 Echoes.
Hydraulic
Super Stallions, the helicopters, the big helicopters.
Oh yeah, it's air wing. Yep.
Yeah, I was.
Ben, I'll drop a Devil Dog's link in my chat so you have his link there.
I was stationed. I don't want a bunch of freaking trolls coming to my channel. I don't want a bunch of freaking. I'll send
it to him privately.
I do not do drama. That's why I do. On YouTube, I don't do drama in real life or anything else. That's why I freaking left a while ago. Is I don't want to freaking hear the crap. You want to take it somewhere,
Right.
But anyways, this ain't my channel, so whatever.
Well, Devil Dog, let me ask you a question, because this is kind of interesting. I'm right there with you. I don't want any BS. Whatever. I've dealt with enough. I've been dealing with the VA for the last. I've been going through a process through claims through the VA or whatever for disability or whatever. I've been dealing with that for God, almost 2 years now.
I've been dealing with it since '97.
Well, I have too, actually, since 2004, but I'm in my most recent incarnation. But it's funny because a lot of people, they always tell you, well, you should get in these veterans groups. And my dad's in a veterans group. He goes every week, whatever. Well, 3 times a week, he goes and has coffee with all these guys and whatever. I went to a couple of these veterans meetings, and it's like, okay, well, you guys are all right, but just because I'm a veteran doesn't mean I want to hang out with a bunch of other veterans. I don't know. Call me an asshole or something.
Right, asshole.
Sometimes I'm just like, man, I just kind of want to, I don't even want to think about that trash,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been
You're
fighting.
still young.
I've been fighting the VA. I'm at 70%, and I still got an open claim right now. But I've been fighting the VA since 97, 96, 97.
I'm at 50% right now. I have my current claim. I've done all my examinations for my current claim, and I'm hoping to get a result back by maybe August.
Okay, if you hold on, if you do get denied, you can contact this guy. I was stationed with him. Hold on a second.
Well, I'm working with a lawyer right now.
Well, I think it is a law firm or whatever.
Yeah, my lawyer is a Marine also, actually.
Okay. Yeah, he just got my buddy up to 90%, but
yeah. No, this guy is top of the line. I actually met this guy when I moved to Florida, and I actually got a hold of a couple of veterans networks, even though I don't like to hang out with these assholes. They put me in touch with this guy, and they were like, hey, you got to check out Bill Strabinsky. And Bill Strabinsky is a Marine Corps veteran himself. He was on a helicopter. I don't know if he was a pilot or he was on the crew, whatever. But he got injured on a CH-46. And then he had
flying coffin.
And then he had to deal with the VA, and that's why he became a lawyer, because he was like, well, this is a joke, the VA. Look what they do to us. And so he became a lawyer, and that's all he does is he really never sets foot in a courtroom. He just sits in his office and handles VA claims for veterans. He does I don't know. We'll see, but he's done a pretty good job so far, I can tell you.
Do we have veterans advocates down here in the U.S.?
Yes. Well, there's several of them. I mean, here's the thing. You have the hold on. Texas. Hold on. You have now my mind just freaking went blank. Give me a second, I'll think of them. But then you have
He's not a crayon.
What? Oh, shut up, Jerry.
I didn't say anything.
You have. I said Jerry, not Gary. Oh, clean out Jerry's. We have Texans Veterans Commission. We have Oh, the veteran, something V, I forget. And then there's all kinds of attorneys and stuff that they will represent you, and then once they get you approved, they'll take like a certain percentage of your back pay and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I think my lawyer. I think
and
my
there's
lawyer
even
takes 20%, whatever. Yeah.
yeah, and there's like even Harris County, like in Houston, Harris County has Harris County Veterans Commission or something like that. There's several people, and a lot of them are vets that represent vets, but they get a job there and stuff like that.
The VA in Houston was so bad, and I complained. My congresswoman was.
You talking about Michael E. DeBakey, the actual VA?
Yeah, what a joke.
Well, here's the thing. Michael E. DeBakey is a whole lot better than the one up in freaking Austin and.
Well, I lived in Houston in 2020, and I don't know if you know anything about the pandemic, but back then, the VA, Michael DeBakey VA Center, decided it was a good idea to have 90-year-old veterans and everywhere. Well, I wasn't 90, but they had 90-year-old veterans sitting outside in the 100-degree heat in Houston.
Yeah, there was a big long line because you had to put masks on and everything. Yeah,
no. They set up exam rooms outside. They built tents.
What?
Yes. And they were seeing veterans in tents outside the VA because it was too dangerous to go inside because, by God, we got this COVID thing. Oh, Lordy, this COVID thing. Oh, it's a terrible thing. Let me tell you now. They told us all about it. Well, yeah, they fed you a pack of fucking lies.
Well, watch the language on Beltloop, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's very strict about that.
I'm sorry. I get a little overwhelmed sometimes, but they blew my mind with that. And it was a terrible thing what they did, not only to veterans, but to everybody. But definitely it was mind-boggling to me to go to a VA and they're like, well, we're going to see you outside here in this tent. I'm like, what? It's 90 degrees. I'll go around me. And there's like old men. These guys fought in like World War II. And they're like dying out here in the heat. And I was like, are you serious? This is what you're doing? What's wrong with the building? The whole huge building full of cold air and nobody in it.
Just kind of, yeah, that's I can't imagine.
Yeah. So anyway, I have a lot of bad things to say about the VA, but I'm not going to continue on. I just I don't know. I got on that tangent, and now I'm just gonna drop it and let somebody else talk for a minute. I'm sorry.
Well, Van, let me just say thank you for your service.
You too, Beltloop. Appreciate that.
I'm not a military personnel. I tried to join, but I
thought you were a veteran. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No.
I take offense, Ben, to you not liking Texas because I love Texas.
Me too. I'm moving back.
Trust me, dude. There's a whole lot worse states. California is one of them, and everything else.
Yeah, but Florida's pretty dang good, though.
Now Florida's expensive as crap, just like California.
Well, that's true.
Anyways,
that's true.
Here's the thing. Okay, I lived in Houston. I was born in Houston. I lived there till I was 2. My dad joined the Army, moved all over Indiana, Ohio, Maryland, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Kentucky. And then Panama. And then when I was in the Marine Corps, I was in Tennessee, California, and Japan. But the thing is a lot of those states, Texas, I was broke into 3 times in Houston. Okay. They stole crap out of me. They tried to steal my truck, everything else. Yes, crime rate's bad. And you go into any freaking big city, New York, Chicago, Texas, LA, freaking any big city like that, you are going to Dallas, Fort Worth area, Houston, San Antonio, you're going to have a lot of crime there, and it's inner cities and everything else. 5 years ago, I moved out here to Dayton, Texas. I've talked to the cops out here, and they're like, well, dude, we'll never take your guns away no matter what they pass and stuff like that. I have never had any problems since I've lived here in Dayton. It's a suburb of Houston. It's outside on the east side of Houston.
Which part?
Dayton.
I have family in Katy. I think that's near.
That's west side. Katie's
well,
west side.
I used to sell solar energy all around the area and windows too. So I know like the greater Houston area. And when I say greater Houston area, I don't even mean the parts that are attached to it, like outside of there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're talking about Atascocita, Humble, Kingwood, Katy, Woodland Spring, NASA. Well, not NASA, but
Galveston,
down there, Friendswood,
Richmond, all the way over
Galveston,
to
Webster. Yeah,
all the way over
all
to
around Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, all around there. Yeah, Galveston, whatever.
I did not say Texas is a big city.
He made
I said any
Houston,
big
Ed.
cities in Texas,
Well,
like Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, San Antonio, Austin. Any big cities in Texas. Not Texas is a big city.
the best part of Texas, in my opinion. So I served with a guy, Chano. We called him Chano. Well, I could just tell you his whole name because whatever, it's not going to dox him. His name is Luciano Martinez. Well, how many Luciano Martinezes are there in Houston? There's probably like 400, right? Anyway, but I knew this guy, and he lived down in the McAllen area, and he was a buddy that I served with, and I had never really been around that area. And then when I moved there, I was like, oh man, you're like, well, it looked close, but it's still like 6-hour drive or 6.5-hour drive or something like that, to get from Houston down to McAllen area.
Yeah.
And but I made that trip like 4 or 5 times a year while I was there, simply because I had the best time down there. I got to tell you, he was the youngest of like 12 kids or something like that, and they get together every weekend, have these huge barbecues. We would jump across the border to Nuevo Progreso and go over there and watch football, whatever. I don't know. We just had a great time, When you go down to a place like that, it kind of makes everything you see on TV melt away. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, it's just real people,
Okay.
I think
Texas.
the one thing I hate about Houston, and that's why I moved
God
back
bless
to
Texas,
Austin.
right, Gary?
God bless Texas.
God bless Texas. I'm moving back to Dallas Fort Worth hopefully in October, and Houston. I have family in that area, but the traffic is just terrible in Houston. Houston, LA, Kansas City, New York, all those places have the most worst traffic, in my opinion. Dallas is not, that great either, but I know my way around because I grew up there. So,
well, the traffic never bothered me that much. What bothered me was the fact that I was working in sales at the time when I was working around that area, and I'd be out late a lot of nights. I might not get done with my evening appointment until sometimes 11 midnight, 1 a.m. Who knows?
Ben,
whenever I close the deal,
Ben, when did you move out of Texas?
2021 February.
Well,
21.
Texas is constitutional carry now, right?
I did hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can carry a gun. We can carry a gun anytime we want, concealed or not, and everything else. So
I can carry a concealed
and Shut up, Gary. Shut up, Gary.
No, that is a good development. But I don't know. I just I don't know. I lived there in that city, and I couldn't believe how disgusting and corrupt it was.
Where are you from originally?
Well,
I grew up in Lincoln, Nebraska, actually.
Oh my God!
My brother.
All they have in Nebraska is corn. Come on, bro. I have a buddy that I play Call of Duty with. He lives in Nebraska. He's a farmer.
Lincoln is like, it's like 300,000-400,000 people, and Omaha is like about 1 million. And
he's not far from Lincoln or Omaha, dude.
Well, Lincoln and Omaha is the entire state. Lincoln and Omaha are only like 40 miles apart, and that's like the entire 99% of the entire population of the state lives in those two cities.
Hey, Jerry.
He lives in between, I think. Bye, Jerry. Why are you leaving, Jerry?
Bye, Jeff.
He lives in Missouri. He's up by Lincoln.
Hey, Jerry, before you leave, isn't Missouri constitutional carry now too?
I'm not sure. I don't care because I would shoot somebody.
Oh shoot! No pun intended there.
I'm serious. I mean, people are stupid. So my idea that stupid to be put down like mad dogs. So.
All right, I'll respect that.
Anyways, you guys all have a good night. Talk to you later.
All right, good night, Jerry. I'm leaving too. See you later. Bye.
Hey, later, Devin. Later, Jerry. Oh my goodness.
What, Gary?
I didn't say anything. I was
You
just keeping
started
my
to.
point.
You were like,
I don't know. Ed won't. I don't know anything about. Hey, I'm lost, and that's not unusual. Um, but it's hey. I always try just to have fun on here, and sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. I am going to be working 16 hours though tomorrow, and at least that's the plan. If I can get up early enough to go in, and so I it won't be long. We're gonna have to end it. Maybe in a few minutes. Just
Well,
but
fellas, I appreciate you allowing me to come on here, and Beltloop and Devil Dog. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your service. Thanks for allowing me to come
Quint.
up. I don't know if I said anything of value. I probably just rambled a little bit.
Hey.
Yeah, that guy that just come in, Quint Nelson. He was Air Force, and he's a retired popo.
What's up, Quint? OJ Simpson.
He's a good guy.
OJ Simpson, I mean, we have a lot of.
Died.
That's a different OJ Simpson, I expect. But we do have Ben. We have a lot of wonderful folks that come over here, and I'm thankful that you came up onto the panel. I look forward to seeing you again. I hope. I mean, I do go into Jeff's from time to time. Although I'll be honest with you, I don't do a whole lot of YouTubing at this point. Cat Eyes, what's going on? Good to see you.
Hey, Cat Eyes. May I say something, Gary? Gary is one of my last remaining managing mods, along with Constantine and Ben and a few other people. Devil Dog, who's the Marine on the right. Gary is the police officer on the left, top left. Devil Dog is my co-admin on my YouTube channel and my stringer. So props to them, and I appreciate them very much.
Quint hadn't been feeling well.
Sorry about that, Quint. What's been wrong with you?
It's been sick.
Is it that bird flu or something, you know?
I saw something about the bird flu coming back. So I guess that's a real thing. I didn't know if it was a LARP or not. But...
Well, I don't know. I don't watch the news. I don't watch, I don't watch. In fact, most of my time is best just spent working in the yard or cleaning the house or trying to clean my man cave. Well, hey, Bond, good to see you. Cat Eyes. Let's see, Edward. I don't know if I often running two guys. As always, nice. It's always a pleasure to see you, Skipper. Hey, Missy Brock, good to see you. I ain't good at multitasking, Missy, but it's good to see you. We try to have fun around here. It doesn't always. Sometimes it descends into chaos, but we do try to have fun, and we try to treat one another with respect, and that's just the way I look at things. I think that you should treat people with respect till they give you a reason not to. And so, and for some reason, you think I would have, Devil Dog would have crossed that line a few times by now, but he's still my best bud on here. And so, I am very thankful to have him as a best friend. Now, he may not feel the same way, but I think that you should, try to live a life. In my opinion, everybody should try to live a life where they make a mark in this world and be remembered fondly when they do pass on. Mortality is a thing, and we all pass at some point. Right. So, you should try to do the best you can for everybody that you run into. Try to make a mark that says is positive rather than negative. Well, you are too, Quint. You are loved and a blessing to us. Anyhow, with that, I guess we're gonna go ahead and end it. Unless anybody, Ben, do you have anything? I mean, do you have anything going on? Do you do? YouTubing that type of thing, or mainly I don't know.
No, not really. I post a couple of videos here and there. I don't really do too much, to be honest. My main goal in life these days
Is to talk bad about Texas.
Well,
Ben, you're lucky Marines take care of their own, bro. Or I'd be on you.
wait, who's saying it? I can't even see who's saying this right now.
That's your fellow Marine Double Dog.
Oh, okay. I think I got a little lag on my video. Anyway, I was like, who the hell said that? I want to tell you something. I love to talk trash about Texas, actually, because one of the main reasons I love to do it so much is because the Texans, they get so bent out of shape.
Oh, shut up. Don't even start it. You what? What team do you like? What you shouldn't have started with the Texans. What team do you like?
What's that?
Don't tell me you're a Cowboys fan.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
No, you don't even want to know my football team. Oh my God.
Who's your football team? Nebraska ain't got one there, Ben.
Exactly. So I had to just pick one, right? And when I was about 8 years old, I decided the New York Jets were my team.
Oh my God. New York's a whole lot worse state than Texas.
Adam Sandler.
And it don't matter. New York never does anything ever.
Well, you remember Mark Sanchez, the butt fumble?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Well, he did go to the AFC Championship game 2 years in a row. Couldn't seal the deal, however. And the last time the AFC Championship game happened was Vinny Testaverde, who I actually really like a lot. Vinny Testaverde is he's a heck of a guy. But no, that's all I have to say about that as far as football goes.
Well, I'll say God bless Texas.
He's doing
I'm
Forrest
moving
Gump
back
now.
there, so.
Forrest Gump was Army there, not Marine Corps, Benwin.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
I'll just say God bless Texas. I'm moving back there hopefully this October. So,
do you ever see a Marine like in the public eye, and you're just like, yeah, he's a Marine, but geez Louise, I just don't know if I could, what I mean. I mean, hey, he's my brother or whatever, but I'm just like, man, you're doing a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Talking bad about Texas ain't exactly a good thing.
No, I've been watching this this Karen Reed trial, and the state investigator, this guy Yuri Buchanek, and they call him Bukaki actually, and in fact, one of the witnesses called him Bukaki on the stand. It was unreal. This is a Marine who has been a Massachusetts State Police investigator for many years, and he's a complete scumbag. I don't claim him as a Marine.
Well, we called those back in my time. Excuse my language, Gary. We called them shitbirds.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
What's up, Troy?
Everyone knows that term.
I don't doubt that. Y'all are funny. Of course, you have to understand, Ben. Devil Dog will argue about anything. Hey,
no, what are you talking about? I don't argue about shit.
I'm talking about Eddie. Hey, Kim Smith. Eddie will argue about whether or not the sky is blue.
My arguing though is in good humor. It's not freaking in drama.
Well, he thinks he's funny. I
am funny. I'm a legend in my own mind, Gary.
That's right.
I mean, the face is pretty funny.
Well,
don't even start, Gary. Don't even start with the freaking comb over and everything else.
You know me too well. You know me too well, because I was just about to ask Ben if he thought that was, a comb over, or, if he thought that the hair on your head was more than halfway forward or back.
Well, see, here's the thing. In all honesty, I hate my freaking hair. Okay. I always shave my head, and everybody on YouTube is like, you're bald. You can't grow hair. You're bald. You can't grow hair. I'm like, okay, I'll prove it to you. So I started letting my hair grow out about a year and a half ago or a year ago or something like that. I don't know. And so I hate it. It's hot down here in Texas because of the Marine Corps. We always had high and tights. I'd always shave it off and everything else. And, but now that I've proven I can grow hair, okay, I'm growing it long enough to donate it to Wigs for Kids. Then I'm going to shave it off, cut it off.
Oh, that's incredible.
Well,
incredible. Very cool.
Here's the thing, though, Devil Dog. He ain't even listening. What he's going to have to do is he's going to have to wear it twice as long because he's only got half as much a head of hair.
Well, whoever gets those locks of love should really appreciate how long it took to produce that,
Yeah, that's true. Eddie, what I was saying is that because you only have hair on the back part of your head, you're going to grow it twice as long.
Whatever, Gary. Kiss my mother freaking butt.
See, on the other hand, when I get out, maybe I'll do the same thing, but I can produce twice as much hair in the same amount of time.
Well, you're old and you'll die before me, Gary.
Yeah, I will.
Well, I can grow I just actually cut my hair recently down to my daughter did, down to my collar. I had hair halfway down my rear end, and I was getting sick of the heat's coming on. We're already in the hundreds. But my brother went bald probably around the age of 30. So he's here right now too. Him and I might be live.
I never shaved my pubis until I joined the Marine Corps, and then I decided we need to kind of trim things up a little bit here. We need to be high and tight all the way around, whatever. So I started trimming my pubis.
Did you donate that to the locks people?
The Manscaped.
Well, see, what I heard Locks of Love charges families and stuff for the wigs, whereas Wigs for Kids, don't charge them or whatever else. So that's why I'm donating to Wigs for Kids.
Well, that's a better choice then, I would think.
I appreciate the selectivity. That means you researched and actually found out what you were going to do. Some people just do things and they don't even know what they're doing them for,
Yeah, we were supposed to, Jamie, my wife, she's going to do more research when it gets longer and it's closer to time and everything. Troy, we were supposed to deploy to Somalia in 93 for Operation Restore Hope. We only took 4 planes, called a 4-plane debt, though. Deployment.
I saw that early 90s thing. It's funny. I joined in 2000, and my staff sergeant actually, he ended up becoming a master sergeant eventually. He's retired now. Well, now he works for the VA, and believe me, that's a big topic of conversation every time I talk to that sucker.
Right. I was going to say the stuff you're going through at the VA. That's
anyway. But it's not his problem. Whatever. He's a logistics guy. He's always been a supply guy, and that's what he did. But he was in Somalia, and it's a different thing. Like a lot of people never experienced that. That was a few years before my time. And when I got there, it was crazy enough. Well, and of course, you remember 2001, that was pretty wild. I was on active duty. And we just sat and watched TV all day. That was pretty wild.
Let me ask you a question, Ben. I forgot. My mind is not there anymore, obviously. You were deployed, I think, to Iraq or Iran 3 times, was it? Or 4 times?
Oh, no. Myself only went one time. I deployed in January of 2003. I flew from Southern California all the way to Germany and then into Kuwait. And then we set up and we spent 3 months building bunkers, which we would later use. Building bunkers and just building up the base and getting ready to invade Iraq. And that's what happened about March. I think it was the 19th or something like that. I don't even remember. I went up and did my guys were going up to do a ammo run. And I talked to the intel team and I said, hey, where's 1st Battalion, 2nd Marines at? They're like, they're at camp, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's right up here. And they showed me the map. And I was like, well, that's right by the ammo dump. I was like, so I got a hold of S4 and I said, hey, when you guys do your next ammo run, let me ride along with you and just drop me off. I'll hang out with my brother because it took hours when they would go to the ammo dump, 8-9 hours, whatever. I was like, just drop me off. So I did, and they dropped me off, and I actually got to see my little brother, 2 years younger than me. He was a Marine infantryman. He was a 0351 anti-tank assaultman, or 41, 51, I don't remember. Anyway, he was the weapons platoon squad leader, platoon commander, or whatever. Anyway, I got to see him in Kuwait. Actually, this was before we went into Iraq, and then about 4 days later, half of his platoon was dead in the Battle of Nasiriyah. It was mind-boggling to me. I just met Staff Sergeant Philip Jordan. I just met Lance Corporal Patrick Nixon. I just met Garibay. I just met all these guys, and 3 days later they were dead. And somehow my brother made it through. I don't even know. It was uncanny because they were actually taking friendly fire from Pennsylvania Air National Guard A-10 Warthogs. Were perforating their Amtracs with 30 millimeter fire, and they couldn't tell whether these guys died from enemy fire or friendly fire or whatever. And my brother was sitting there right in the middle of it and somehow survived. Unreal.
Well, it's good.
But I'm glad that your brother made it. We are going to go ahead and end it. Ben, if you would hang out for a few minutes for the after party, and we'll go through it. And if anybody wants to join the after party, I guess you'll have to, click on the link up top. We will be on here for a few minutes. Thank you for coming in, Peter. Thank Missy Brock, Peter, Peaceful Des. Both Peter and Des are members of the channel. Thank you for that. My girl Waffles. And let's see. And I think we got Troy Sutton still here. I'm not sure who all is on Jeff's channel at the moment. But thank y'all for coming in. Jeff, can you get to your participants?
I will do my best. A lot of people were timed out and banned. We have Community Remix. We have Sam Split. We have Careless Islanders. Good to see them in here. You know them. Hobby, former military. He's a retired veteran, military veteran. We have Midwest Red Beard. We have Edward. We have Control.
Control is cool.
Yeah, we have Matt C. I think I already mentioned Matt C. I'm going up as far as I can here. Family Farmer, of course, who's a mod on my channel. Appreciate him. Jerry, obviously. Lark Busters, some people that were timed out or hidden or banned or whatever. Devil Dog, thank you for coming in. Who's on panel, of course, Kim Smith and Cat Eyes. And there's so much more, but it won't let me go up very far. So
okay, I got to throw a shout out to Cat Eyes too. Cat Eyes, yeah.
Yes, definitely. And Ben, of course, Ben, who's on panel. And Beltloop.
Thanks.
I've already seen it, Gary. Text.
Hey, thank everybody for coming in. Good to see you, Quint, and Missy's good people. Jill Fisher. Thank y'all for coming in.
Jay Fisher. Yep, she's here.
And we're going to end in 3, 2, 1.